Adolf Hitler, presented by Gavin Robbins. Adolf Hitler, born on April 20th, 1889 in Brno, Austria, committed suicide April 30th, 1945, 10 days after his birthday. He committed suicide in his Berlin, Germany underground bunker, which is an underground house. Adolf was one of 6 children. He and his sister were the only 2 children that survived until adulthood. As a child, his father, Alois, was very strict and often beat his son, while his mother, Clara, spoiled him. Adolf did well in elementary school, but became uninterested when he got to high school, and persuaded his mother to let him quit in 1905. Hitler's interests included history, art, reading, sketching, and dreaming about the future. His only friend was August Kubitschek, who at the time was a musician. At the age 18, Hitler moved to Vienna to become a student at the Vienna Academy of Art, but was denied, which angered him greatly. Hitler then returned to Linz to care for his mother, who died from cancer in 1907. In 1908, Adolf returned to Vienna to apply at the Academy of Art, but was once again turned down. At this point, he was living on an orphan's pension, money from his mother's death. So he ran the streets during the day, looking at the architecture of the streets and the artwork around the city. In 1909, his money ran out, and he was forced to live in the streets. He then found a job painting postcards, which produced enough income for him to live on. Hitler believed that all German people should join together as one country. He believed that Jewish people were to blame for the world's problems, mainly because Vienna was made up of 175,000 Jewish people that were successful and wealthy. Adolf did not believe that all people should be equal and that Germans were the best race. World War I broke out on August 1st, 1914, and Hitler joined the German army. Adolf served the Western Front as a motorbike message runner, where he was awarded the Iron Cross for bravery and wounded many times through his service, 1914 to 1918. Germany lost the war and had to sign the Treaty of Versailles, January 1919, which angered Adolf Hitler because it made Germany accept all responsibility for World War I. This is when the Nazi Party was formed, and they decided to overthrow the German Weimar government. Life under rule of Adolf Hitler was not fun. Education. Only Nazi-approved textbooks, pledges, teachers, and salutes were allowed. Boys were required to join the Nazi military and to hate Jews, and girls were taught that their place was in the home. Jews, disabled people, and gypsies were not allowed to hold professional jobs, go to the movies, eat at restaurants, use public swimming pools, or parks. Hitler wanted to purify the German race and get rid of those who were not German. Therefore, he created concentration camps for those he wanted removed from the German race, where he treated them cruelly and sometimes killed them. The world was mad at Adolf Hitler and the Germans, so the U.S. and British allies joined together to take down Hitler's defenses. Adolf refused to give up. Hitler's health was in bad shape at this time due to stress and other medical conditions. He committed suicide with his wife Eva on April 30th, 1945. Germany surrenders to Allies on May 7th, 1945. World War II ended in Europe. Although Hitler did not teach us many things, the lessons we learned from this horrible experience were great. Some quotes I would like to share include from Anne Frank. If we bear all this suffering, and if there are still Jews left when it is over, then Jews, instead of being doomed, will be held up as examples. D. Edmund. I had no real communication with anyone at this time, so I was totally dependent on God, and He never failed me. Jack Weber. Escape was not our goal since it was so unrealistic. What we wanted was to survive, to live long enough to tell the world what happened in Buchenwald. The following pictures illustrate concentration camps, where Hitler would send Jews, gypsies, and disabled people to live and sometimes die, so he would not have to look at them or have them exist in the same living area as the rest of the German people. The following references were used to make this PowerPoint presentation.